TNN Trap News Network. What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper typing in TNN Trap News Network. Today's episode of TNN Trap News Network is brought to you by Inactive Chucks. If you haven't done anything today, make sure you activate your Chucks. Or you can end up like this guy, Smoker Joe, and a pair of inactive Chucks. You need to make sure, if you don't do anything today, people, make sure you activate your Chucks. We need everybody to make sure that their Chucks are activated. If not, you just might end up like Smoker Joe, on your knees, hot dog, mayonnaise, Brillo pads, cans, and light bulbs. Today's episode of TNN Trap News Network is brought to you by the activation of Chucks. If you don't do nothing today, make sure you activate your Chucks. Make sure you activate your Chucks, because the last thing you ever want to get caught in is a situation where somebody's calling you out for a fade and then you end up like this guy who can't fight until he activates his Chucks. Shout out to everybody who has a pair of active Chucks. We're finna go ahead and slide into this Kantiana, man. Shout out to Almighty Suspect doing his 1-2 step like Sierra. Again, everybody giving time to the No Jumper Make-A-Wish Foundation, sitting next to another junkie right there. Let's see what Almighty Suspect got going on with this guy, Brandon. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Day before yesterday, there was a big altercation on here. Almost got a little bit physical. And Sus gave his synopsis and response, and now we just seen Brandon give his. Did you happen to catch Brandon's response?
Nah. Okay.
Okay, so I feel like maybe we should give Brandon his response first, because let's kind of keep this in chronological order. So let's go and see what Brandon actually has to say about this, because I want to see what Brandon has to say so we can get to what Sus has to say as a result of whatever. And shout out to Chef Boyheem. Gang, gang. Do you gang bang? Let's get into this real quick. Boom.
He roast Suspect. I just
And
wrote.
this is not from the Viral Way. Big shout out to the Viral Way, but this is from IQ Shahid. Is it Shahid or Shahid? Either way it goes. Big love, big shout out to bro. Make sure you show him special love. Give him a like, give him a comment, and subscribe.
I just roasted him at Defiant Brandon on YouTube and all platforms. Man, it's been a hell of a week.
You went up to No Jumper as an intellectual, and you got caught in the circus. It seems like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Because DW said it don't matter what type of time you're trying to be on up there. They want the crash outs, and they're going to manifest it to happen some type of way.
Manifesting crash outs is crazy.
So from the man himself,
And if you ain't shouted out the Viral Way podcast yet, make sure you show them brothers some love.
from the horse's mouth himself, what happened?
We were sitting down getting ready to start, and bro was high and slurring his speech, and he was like something. He was talking about somebody else, not me. To be
Which
clear.
he did say.
Right.
Is that what he said?
He said-
no? N-word with the hard ER. We can't say
sorry.
yeah.
He said N-word with the hard ER, right? Crazy black people can't even say the N-word with the hard ER. He said N-word with the hard ER. So I jokingly was like, did you just say the N-word with the hard ER? Mm-hmm. Man, listen, bro just went off. Like, have you ever seen a tweaker go off? You ever been with a chick who just ain't rap tight and she just explode, nigga? She like, I'm gonna give you some pussy, and you be like, all right, can I get some? What the fuck you know how it go?
He went off like what? Like
Bro
pressure
just
line
like
went off?
snapped. No, he just started like yelling.
Yeah,
but he wasn't yelling at me. He was yelling at the engineers. Looking at them like, y'all, didn't y'all like validation? Like, tell this dude I'll never say. And I just was like, that's why when it started, I was like, you did say it. It wasn't even a big deal. Yeah. It was so minor. But he just kept going. And then, I was just being cool about it. But then, you just talking and posturing. So I was just like, bro, listen, you're not going to do anything. You're talking because this is what you do. Chill the hell out. Bro, so then I told him he's acting like a bee from the projects. That's when the B talk started. You a B.
You can say B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you a bitch. I call him a bitch first. So I will take credit for that.
led with that.
I'll take credit for it. I'll say, yes, that was me. And then he was like, only bitch I see is you, and da-da-da. But the thing with me is when Kelpie called the nigga bitch, bro took off on bro.
Spit on the man.
So when I saw that, I was like, okay, this guy is selective. He knows who to try shit on, right? 18-year-old white kids, old elderly white dudes like Lush, and unfortunate poor.
So when you
poor
said
young damsels like
when you called him when you called him a bitch, that means
Ooh. That man said Almighty Suspect be picking and choosing the 80s. He said Almighty don't take them all.
Yo, Ma, you was ready to take it there. Like,
No.
you was hoping to get the reaction.
Did you
want.
purposely call him?
I literally was like, I was just telling him what he was acting like, because that's how he was acting like. He was acting like an incoherent baby mama when she arguing with her baby daddy about why he ain't sending the child support money. Like,
Okay.
you know how some women, they just turn their mind off and they just go, their ears are gone. They just, I'm just like, bro, you act like a bitch from the projects or something. And it's like with bro, like, I know bro went to private school. I know this is not who you are per se. You've adopted this. And
Well, I'll say this. I didn't go to private school, but I graduated from the ABC Unified School District in Cerritos, California, and that's a really good school district. However, I will still shicey the entire out and correct you between the difference of your, and there, because that your and your really be whooping the fuck out of some of you ninjas. That your and your really be whooping the fuck out of some of you ninjas, bro. But I say all that to say this. My level of formal education does not negate the fact that I could take your ass to Slauson Ave real quick. Does not negate the fact that I could take your ass to the dungeon and take you right back to the dungeon in Audubon. We could go right back over there. Niggas take you right back to the cages. Come to the back, my nigga. Come to the back. Just because my mom put me in a better school, because she wanted me to have a better education and all that, does not mean that my life experiences are not my life experiences. So with that being said, at being able to read at a highly proficient level, I can give you a highly proficient swooping as well. There's nothing wrong with going to private school. I don't want to down private schools or good schools. You feel me? Because as we even talk, I'm actually looking at private schools for my kids right now. I'm in the process of looking at private schools, charter schools, magnet schools, all kind of situations like that. Because yeah, man, I want my kids to be well versed in culture. Randomly, one kid played the violin, the other kid played the cello. Nigga, that's culture. Culture. Put your kids in private school. Put them in charter schools. Put them in magnet schools. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Brandon, leave us highly educated brothers the fuck alone, man. Don't come over here bothering us.
And I'm all about growth, man.
Brandon is definitely a 280-pound black belt. For sure. For sure. You leave that nigga alone.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to regress. And I looked at videos of bro from 2 years ago, and he's acting the same way. I'm like, bro, listen, I'm going to give you all this gold. Bro, it is totally sad that the black people who we call FBA, right? The only representation of us on No Jumper is two niggas that are on drugs.
Little buddy. What's up, little buddy? What you doing? Uh-oh, shit. My bad, I hung up on a little homie. Damn it. What's up, little buddy? I accidentally hung up, sorry.
Okay.
What's up with you?
So, I'm about to go to Auntie Livy's house.
You about to go to Auntie Libby's house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have a good day today?
Yes.
You did, everything went well?
Yes.
What'd you eat?
Huh?
What did you eat?
I ate quesadilla and some fries.
You always find yourself with a quesadilla, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, Mommy. What do you mean? Oh, you want chapstick?
Use your words. Don't point. You're not an animal, and she's not your slave, so don't point. You say, Mommy, may I please have some chapstick?
There you go, Papa. Yeah, say please. Can I have some
Don't let him boss you around. You the parent. Don't.
doesn't boss me around.
But I'm saying the nigga pointing at you and said like that, like you his mama. Make that boy respect you. Hey. Use your manners and use your words, all right? When you talking to your mama, you make sure you use your words. Treat her with respect, all right? You don't be pointing. Hey, look at me. You don't be pointing at her and telling her what to do. You ask her. You don't tell her nothing. You ask, okay? All right. You're okay. You're not in trouble, but just chill out with that. You hear me? Use your words.
Yes.
Okay, I love you.
Okay.
Fix your face, boy. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Hey. Chin up, chest out, bro. You want your brothers to call you? Use your words.
Yes.
Okay, I don't care about you feeling no type of way. Treat her with respect. We're not going for none of that. I'm about to have them call you right now. They at Forest House. I'm finna have them call you right now, okay? Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Okay, I love you.
Love you.
You're my best friend, okay?
Okay.
Tú es mi corazón. Te amo mucho. Finna have your brothers call you, okay?
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Bye. My bad, chat. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Now I gotta have their brothers call. I'm from the deuce, the foe, the big to 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the foe, the big to 8 to 9. Even if his mom is a weird ass yee, you can't disrespect her weird ass yee ass. She is a yee though. I can't stand her weird ass, but you can't be disrespecting her. Yo yee ass mama. No matter what I go through with my baby mamas, I never let the kids act crazy. Let me see. Let me see where they at. Hold on. Let me see. Got put on 9th grade. What I said? Let me see. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I gotta check my kids' location to see where they at. Okay, hold on. My bad, y'all. Give me 1 second. Parenting, y'all. Parenting. Give me a second. Parenting comes first. Be having to do my dad due diligence, man.
Hello.
Hey, Queen, can I talk to the kids real quick?
Yeah, hold on. Here y'all. That's your daddy. Oh.
What's up, Pop?
How are you?
I'm alright. What's up with y'all?
We just got back from track meet.
Okay. Hey, did y'all take that blue PlayStation controller with y'all?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Y'all got the iPad?
Yeah.
Alright, I love you guys. Where's the other one at?
Right here.
Call your brother.
Okay.
Alright, love you guys.
Well, wait, what's his number? Because we don't have it.
Hold on.
Can you just text it to her?
Yeah, hold on. I'm finna text it to you right now. Don't hang up. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Alright, Alright, I just texted to Queen's phone, so give your brother a call. He's waiting for you to call him on FaceTime, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I love you guys.
I love you.
Alright, call your brother and check on him. Alright. Parenting. Let's get back to this. Cause look, it's y'all see. My kid's gonna stay like this. I don't give a damn. My kid's gonna stay like this. My baby mama's a yee. She's a yee. I got the most baby mama, but you're not gonna disrespect her. All that demanding of your mama, I'm not going for that, bro. I'm not going for that. So despite what I think of your mama, you gonna show respect. Despite what I feel about your mama, you gonna show respect. At 5 years old, and she be letting that's her white side, bro. She be letting that little nigga talk to her all kind of ways. What's up with you, my nigga? Black dads, am I tripping? Or the 5-year-old telling his mama is out of bounds. Like, nigga, use your fucking words. Who you pointing at? What's up with you, little nigga? But she be letting that type of shit fly, bro. That's her white side. She gotta. Let's get back to the content.
Acting cracked out. It's not Brick so much, but freaking this dude just tripping. And then the tether, quote unquote, FLAKKO, is the only one who's even acting respectable or actually acting like they're using their brain to pod. This reflects to me a bigger issue within the black community. Like, we constantly talk about how everybody holding us back, but when you look at little situations like that, like these guys, no one's making them do what they're doing. They're doing that because they want to, but then they know that we'll blame the outside influences. It's just disgusting to me. And that's what I got when he was doing that. I'm just like, bro, you are the only actual host here. If anybody was going to keep things organized, keep things in order, not fly off the handle, it should have been you. But before the show started, you just flipping out. That tells me you're not in control anymore.
So it died down. Y'all went on to do more topics. Brick calls in. And that's when it turns back up. So the heat sparked back up when Brick was on the phone, because that's the time that I popped back in and the call was ending. And then somebody in the thing said something about fighting, and that's when you was like, bro, no, he's not trying to fight. From what I've seen.
Brick, it was dead. Brick was like, yo, what's going on? Obviously, Brick don't know what the hell's going on. He's in jail. This nigga like, oh, you know the usual. This nigga said something, and I told him, he lit up like Dennis the Menace or something. Like he was like a proud son. My dad's called this type of shit. I was just like, so I'm just chilling, and we've been talking about the news, so it was dead as far as I was.
Nigga said he lit up like a proud son. My dad's calling. Damn it, man. Damn it, man.
Concerned. But then he starts yapping with that. So when that was over, I had to let the nigga know, like, I don't take anybody at No Jumper serious like that. Like, I just don't. Not because you're not tough, but I'm not worried about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't wake up in the morning, oh my God, you know, that's not me. But I'm like, bro, if you want to keep bringing this shit up, not letting it just rest and die, dude, we could set this up. One thing I'm not doing, I'm not going nowhere that I've been invited to and acting a fool. Because I'm not on that type of time. I'll roast you on my stuff. I'll go in on you on my stuff, or even if we just outside. But I'm not, FLAKKO asked me, please sit in, just like make sure shit is cool, whatever. I said, cool, man, I'll do it for you. I come up there, the last thing I'm going to do is do the exact opposite of what he asked me to do. So we can argue, we can shoot jokes, you can clown me, your pants is tight, and all, that's fine. But when you keep trying to act like you physically was going to beat me up, we know you don't believe that. So why even try to make that impression to impress a bunch of people online who they want to see you get beat up? So I just...
Damn it, man. Because everybody in it... Look, and this... I was trying to ignore this, but damn it if it just don't keep coming up. Damn it if it don't just keep coming up. Lil Wack, what's the deal?
Look at dude like, bro, you're a failed rapper, so I know you got to have some type of sense. Why are you acting like that? Do that shit with somebody else. I'm here to have an intellectual conversation about degeneracy with these dudes, Big U and them. Don't bring that to me, because if we really just put us both in a field and no one was there to watch, you wouldn't be trying to fight. You'd just be like, it ain't worth it, whatever. Everyone at No Jumper has had an opportunity to beat somebody up or get beat up. None of them have taken that opportunity. You've picked on people who are easy wins. Kelpie, he's a tiny little white dude. You got bro by 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Easy. And then Jalise, the poor damsel. And then Lush. And then you hit him and bro didn't even get knocked out. Bro was still talking when he was on the ground. Like, bro, stop it. Like, he is given entitled rich kid who is trying to prove himself by doing crazy stuff in a world he probably shouldn't even be touching at all. Like, I thought he was a rapper.
You know, they've been owning...
Hey, this nigga just gave a very intellectual breakdown. This nigga Brandon went to therapy, bro. For sure he's when he saw the lady, because he has a very high level of emotional intelligence. That nigga went to go see the lady. I got therapy tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so just make sure I tap in with that. Brandon went to go see the lady. That nigga right there has,
Since the Jalise incidents happened, the 2 times the Jalise incidents happened, they've been running the narrative that he picks on females. He's the new Sharp or whatever the case. Yeah. So him and Jalise, you know, he had the famous, the watch explode moment. Then she came back. They got into it again. And then she wound up quitting. And that's when everybody was like, oh, this nigga be picking and choosing. He don't never had that energy for a dude or anyone bigger than him. So I think he looked at you like, oh, this nigga's a square. They don't know your background. Like, nobody knows your background, right?
It was the 5X shirt. You know, it made me look small.
Yeah.
He was like, you're a little guy. And I'm just thinking like, okay, he probably doesn't
nigga's 280 pounds.
know me or whatever. Or maybe Brick, I don't know if the niggas, they might have pillow talk, you know, from the cell. And he was like, yeah, press
pillow talk from the cell is crazy.
That nigga, because I don't like them niggas. I don't know what the issue was or where it came from. What I know is, I know where it comes from. Every insecure nigga, every light-skinned nigga with a receding hairline and a drug habit, there's a lot of insecurity in there. So I think bro is just in total psychosis. It's almost
psychosis.
Like, you know, some people want you to beat them up just so they can like feel something. They're like, I need the punches, like some crazy. Like,
I need to feel like.
Bro probably cutting himself to just remind himself that he's alive so he can feel alive.
Whenever I've been up there.
What the hell is going on here?
Almighty always been cool.
Yeah.
Like, he always been cool. So I didn't have an issue with Almighty. When I seen that, I'm like, okay, he's trying to prove to the chat he can keep the same energy with dudes bigger than him. What I found ironic was when you called him a gangbanger or whatever, he's like, oh, I don't gangbang. I'm pimping this, that, and the third.
He used to say he was a banger.
I know. He used to say he was from BPS, the whole put-off video.
I knew it.
Woo-wee.
That's what Jalise was saying. I thought you was from BPS or whatever. For somebody who don't claim a gang is going at somebody who is seemingly a square, but he don't know your background, used to gangbang. So I'm like, it was just the dynamic of that was crazy.
That nigga's from PBS, pushback sideburns. That
This
nigga
nigga crazy. When the temperature changed, what I noticed was
No disrespect to the BPSs at all. No disrespect to the BPSs at all. This nigga said he is from PBS, pushback sideburns. Goodness gracious. Yeah, y'all did I mean? You the reason he got the wrench.
the other dude. I don't know who he is. He said he's from Long Beach. I never personally seen him.
Zay, the nigga who with the hair?
Yeah, so he got to be a little younger because a lot of people was hitting my phone. Like, hey, Brandon just got into it. Woo, woo. They trying to jump Brandon up there, whatever. So that's when I jumped on the stream. And he was saying, like, oh, nothing to happen. And he insinuated, like, they'll jump you. If
Honestly, I've never felt, you know the energy you feel when niggas is plotting to jump you?
Yeah.
You feel it because niggas looking at each other. They're ready. Well, here's the thing. The dude was like, cash me outside. We all walked out together when the show was over. The big sassy dude with the dreads in the middle.
Keith, I'm not sure who you're talking about. You got to talk in complete sentences.
Suspect in the front. And I walked. I promise you, these niggas disappear like roaches when the lights come on. I'm just going slow because I'm like, well, if they trying to do something, I mean, I don't mind fighting. I mean, because I'm asleep, probably both of y'all, but one of y'all, for sure. And I would laugh about it later on my stream. So I'm like, oh, maybe they will run up. I love no jumpers, a lot of space. You know what I'm saying? And if I get to beat y'all up in front of these chicks with these big titties and these, man,
nigga trying to get on plug
bro,
talk.
they was in there, bro.
Nigga trying to choke a nigga out the plug
bro,
talk.
they, hi, I'm like, ooh. You know you already feel a little charged up. But my question was, you just walked through a room full of big titties and some of them was out. How can you be this walking through a room full of titties before you walk into the recording studio? Bro, that's what I'm saying. He's not in control. But the point I'm making is, it was all this, let's go outside. When the show ended, y'all was out, we went out. I talked to Josh, talked to Adam. I went outside. You guys they didn't go outside. They were still inside.
So who left the room first after the stream? Because when you're in that room, it's just a small door and a small hallway before you get to the space. So from that heated moment, I'm assuming as soon as the show ended and the cameras cut, niggas was like, hey, what's that shit you was
First
talking?
person out the door was suspect. The second dude was
Gonna call that nigga almighty crackhead.
Zay, and then it was me. Once he disappeared with his friend, I was just like, oh, so this is like, I'm on camera trying to turn up and show.
So you think it was the WWE shit?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Listen, it had to be because the word bitch was exchanged, bro, didn't do anything. I think it's just selective. I'm pretty sure I could beat this nigga up, so let me go at him. Let me try to take off on him. Maybe Adam Toll could have crashed. I don't know, but you can never tell in that situation. But all I know is when we went outside, there was no energy like that. So the whole thing with this guy is this. Have y'all seen the video of this man fighting Lush?
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was a play. It looked fake to me.
I mean, if it looked fake, that's fine.
If it was real, that's crazy. But
Even if you fake, you gonna bring some realness to it because you want to make it look real. So that shit that was happening, I'm like, bro, like, the fact that people are like, this guy's going to beat you from the shoulders, you just got to give me some body of evidence to show me that, because before I ever knew jiu-jitsu, I was still knocking niggas out. We was still getting into fades in Long Beach and all over. And I ain't lose to nobody, so...
All right, man, so that's that. That's the viral way. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I kind of want to see more of this. Let me see.
Another one. Share, like, subscribe to the channel. Shout out all the...
They're ready. Well, here's the thing. The dude was like, cash me outside. We all walked out together when the show was over. The big sassy dude with the dreads in the middle. Suspect in the front. And I walked. I promise you, these niggas disappear like roaches when the lights come on. I'm just going slow because I'm like, well, if they trying to do something, I don't mind fighting. I mean, because I'm asleep, probably both of y'all, but one of y'all, for sure. And I would laugh about it later on my stream. So I'm like, oh, maybe they will run up. I love no jumpers, a lot of space. You know what I'm saying? And
a lot of space. A lot of space.
Get to beat y'all up in front of these chicks with these big titties and these man.
Nigga trying to get on plug
bro,
talk.
They was in there, bro.
Nigga trying to choke a nigga out to plug
bro,
talk.
Hi, I'm like, ooh. You know you already feel a little charged up. But my question was, you just walked through a room full of big titties and some of them was out. How can you be this mad walking through a room full of titties before you walk into the recording studio? Bro, that's what I'm saying. He's not in control. But the point I'm making is, it was all this, let's go outside. When the show ended, y'all was out. We went out. I talked to Josh, talked to Adam. I went outside. You guys they didn't go outside. They were still inside.
So who left the room first after the stream? Because when you're in that room, it's just a small door and a small hallway before you get to the space. So from that heated moment, I'm assuming as soon as the show ended and the cameras cut, niggas was like, hey, what's that shit you was
First
talking?
person out the door was Almighty Crack. Suspect. The second dude was the Zay, and then it was me. So he got out. And I feel like he was trying to put Zay in between me and him, because Zay's a pretty big guy. And I'm just walking, you know me. I walk around, I'll say some crazy shit and then just walk around like it's nothing. I walk out, you know, I'm still, you know, from Long Beach. So I'm like, okay, I'm aware that niggas was talking. I thought bro was gonna keep that energy once we walked out the room. Once he disappeared with his friend, I was just like, oh, so this is like, I'm on camera trying to turn up and show.
So you think it was the WWE shit?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Listen, it had to be, because the word bitch was exchanged, bro, didn't do anything. I think it's just selective. I'm pretty sure I could beat this nigga up, so let me go at him. Let me try to take off. Bro, insults like schoolyard. Me, I'm just sitting there like, yo, shit's, bro, I went to war with Tariq Nasheed, bro. No one's gonna be able, the nigga made cartoons and everything. No one's gonna be able to do what that nigga did. So that doesn't bother me. But he was just, this man is seeking validation, bro. He needs someone to tell him, you're doing a good job. So like, he needs a hug, bro.
Now
That's
the
real
W Almighty, that's why I'm like, okay, this is all for the camera and for the chat. Because he thought the chat was gonna, oh, he marked him out. But the opposite effect happened. I've never seen this. I've never seen someone win a fight without fighting on the internet in a street type of aspect. Now, you got your few comments saying that you got marked out because he called you a bitch. And regardless of if you're trained or not, he challenged you to the fight and he stood up to go outside and you didn't fight.
But here's the thing. If you call me, if I call you a moron or a bitch, right? The onus is on you to get busy because you're the one who got mad. Now, if I'm mad, fuck, I'll beat your ass. And then you say, hey, let's go outside and fight, and then I don't do it. Okay, I got marked out because I was saying I'm gonna match the energy that you're displaying, and I'm throwing out threats. I didn't throw out no threats. I didn't even get pissed off. You the one, I told you a light-skinned nigga with beige rage, and you got white in you, and you said a hard ER. Look, have you ever seen the episode, you guys know this, remember when the dude wouldn't call Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
Then he kept him,
Brandon for sure.
He made him say it.
once the nigga said, I'm gonna call him Clay, the onus was then on Muhammad Ali to beat that nigga till he submitted and said, all right, nigga, you Muhammad Ali now.
So you feel like since you called him out his name first, it was just more of a, you only calling me this because I called you that.
Not the bitch comment. I mean, well, of course, because he said the only bitch I see here is you. So we know that was response to that. But when I was saying that he's a light-skinned nigga and he got white in him and he used a hard ER, he got turned up off of that. So now you gotta beat me till I call you Ali, nigga. I don't gotta do shit. Because like I told him today when he was on this thing and he read the comment, I said, nigga, I didn't try. He told some nigga, oh, he tried to tell me. I said, nigga, I didn't try to say it. I said it, and there wasn't a damn thing you can do about it. And there ain't a damn thing you do about it. Bro, you sat there, you melted all the way down like a toddler, came back up, and guess what? I was still sitting there. I said what I said. I'm standing on it. In that case, I'm sitting on it. Pause. And
Super pause. Super pause. Super pause. Oh, I'm gonna see how much time is left in this.
That was
you
crazy.
couldn't do
That was crazy.
anything.
That was crazy. Don't ever say no shit like that.
I said, fuck.
Because that was crazy.
Well, I never stood up.
You been at no jumper too
But I never stood up.
He been on that plug talk. Look, he getting nervous now.
Look, Brandon dropping his microphone. Brandon, get it together.
Excited, dude.
Look, he trying to grab a mic. Pause.
pause.
Damn.
Man.
Hey, bro. Look, I don't care what y'all
He
say.
didn't move that fast when the old boy was in front. No, I'm just playing.
She's sexy as hell, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey,
She's
but-
sexy.
hey,
She
Ruck-
walked by me. She said hi. She turned them cheeks. I was like, damn. Okay.
Hey, Ruckus,
Nah, they do
hey,
be in there.
Let me ask you this though, real talk. I love the way you held your composure and all that. That's cool and all. But as a man, for him to kind of come at you in that aspect, bro.
Right.
He called you weird bitch. He done called you different variations of bitches that
Right.
that like my baby mama will call me when she, like you said, when she get upset. At some point though, you can treat your baby mama in that aspect of you being
Right.
calm because you can't fight no woman.
Right.
This is a grown ass man, bro,
Right.
who was calling you out, testing your chin, everything, and you got the equipment to handle your business. At the end of the day, it would have gave you more clout, more followers to your channel. Why didn't you seize the opportunity? I mean, you in the WWE, the ECW, WCW, when you over there, why not just go ahead and jump in? Because you already partake by stepping in the ring with him.
Here's the thing. First of all, I didn't step in the ring with the nigga.
I'm talking about the
He
whole
said
event.
that's the ring.
He
The
mean
ring.
just being
No
there.
jumper?
Yeah, he said
no
that's the
jumpers,
ring.
WWE. It's
I've
EC-
Hey, I will say this. Big love, big respects to Brandon. And me and him chopped it up all morning. We talked about a lot of different things, a lot of different jiu-jitsu things. We chopped it up about my upcoming fight. Me and him chopped it up about my kids fighting. We chopped it up for a good minute this morning, man. Big love, big shout out to Brandon. That nigga taught me a lesson in etiquette and how to conduct myself and how to handle myself based upon the like they said, the equipment and the functionality of my combat training. And a lot of times I stoop down to stupid ass levels in ignorance that I shouldn't based upon the training that I have and I should know better. And I want to give a big shout out to Brandon for, without trying to make a nigga look stupid or feel stupid, just giving me a reminder of, hey bro, you ain't gotta treat everything. Sometimes you can just kind of wooty bam, and then that's that. You know what I'm saying? And he led by that example. So as me being a jiu-jitsu practitioner and him being a professor, i.e. me being a little homie, he being a big homie, he set a great example, man. Good kudos, good salute, big respect to Brandon.
never seen no jumper news get that heated.
What you mean? Didn't the two Hispanic cats fight each other when Adam was interviewing?
No, that was him.
Oh, see, there you go then, bro.
But that wasn't no jumper
Thinking that Almighty is Hispanic is crazy.
news. That's at the grade table where they
Well,
do all that. The thing
Him and
is,
Jalise got into it in no jumper news. That's what's been heated.
Right. So him and her got into it. It's a woman. There ain't nothing really she could do about it. He could say whatever and try to mark her, try to clown her. But with that situation,
Get off the toilet if you want to talk, it's sick.
I mean, if I feel threatened, if your ass is like, okay, I can't let this nigga get up on me, then I gotta take off
I'm actually in the kitchen.
or something like that, then I might do something. But ultimately, I talk too much pro-black shit, too much this, be
And I'm making a banana, strawberry, pineapple, almond butter smoothie.
calm, niggas having nigga moments, degenerate, all that stuff. You can't talk
Well, I'm re-whipping my smoothie that I got earlier.
that and then be that. You know
You
what I'm
talk
saying?
about a lot of whooping ass too.
Yeah,
Exactly. But
You done offered a couple fades, though.
You have to allow the brother to give him a quick two
and
piece.
and this is what I always say.
Well, technically, I'm in a breakfast nook.
I'm offering a fade to a nigga who's trying to act like niggas are soft or we're bitches or whatever. I'm not offering a fade to a nigga who's melting down because he's mad that you said something about him.
Technically, I'm in a breakfast nook.
And basically you did say it, but he not doing nothing. If that nigga was like, if the shit started like, nah, nigga, you a bitch. Nah, nigga, you a bitch. This and that. Nigga, I'll beat your ass to the... It's like, all right, I might engage with you a little differently. But, bro, I just look at bro like a kid. Like, you're a toddler, nigga. You can't get your way. So this is what you're doing. And it's just like, whether or not you want... If you're going to fight, just fight. Stop talking about, let's walk outside, let's do this, let's do that. And at that point, I was like, this guy's not trying to fight. I just drove way the fuck out here, too.
That's a
to get
long ass
second.
drive.
Man, come
That's
on, bro.
a long ass drive.
Come on.
So
And-
basically, you told him, get off where you mad at. Because I'm reading comments, and anybody who could read body language or read between the lines, when you said, niggas who want to fight, they just fight. That's basically saying, get off where you mad at. And that's where the Kelpie footage is working against them. Because you didn't ask Kelpie to go outside. Kelpie called you a bitch. You immediately got up, spit on him, and got off. So when you told him, man, you acting like a bitch from the projects, his response was, well, the only bitch I see here is you. So automatically right there, the energy's not the same. So what is the difference between Kelpie saying you a bitch or acting like a bitch, and
Kelpie, a little bitty white boy. Brandon, a 280-pound nigga.
you telling them, you a bitch and you acting like a bitch. Like, the reaction wasn't the same. Now, we can sit here and say Adam told him, don't be fighting up here. He didn't want to lose his job.
Adam
But let's be,
didn't tell that nigga that.
no, I'm saying, let's be real. This is no jumper. Adam probably would have loved that.
Man,
because
Adam
Brick
would've
is in
loved it.
jail, Luce is in jail. They haven't been having no viral moments besides the watch thing. Jalise quit. He would have loved that shit.
Right. Exactly. And it would have been more publicity for you on your own solo
That
channel.
shit would have went viral.
Yeah.
And then fucking FLAKKO would have went and did 100 reactions.
Man.
Because you his superhero. You FLAKKO with brains. and some
FLAKKO with braids is sick.
training. So Adam would have loved it. So I just don't see why it didn't happen.
You know, with me, in my experience, when you beat up a nigga smaller than you, you don't ever win because niggas are, oh, you way
I
bigger than
understand
a
that, but
nigga.
that's still a grown man
You
who
dis-
disrespects you, though.
No, I understand, and I disrespect him too. So I'm not a hypocrite in the sense like I did it to you, now you can't do it to me, now I'm gonna flip the fuck out. Because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go back in that video, this nigga beat Sus up after he called him a bitch right here, and Sus, niggas was already saying that. This nigga started it, he was doing this, and that doesn't even matter. The whole point was like this. I could tell bro was that person who's in a tough spot because he's created this image for himself, and he really had no choice. And y'all know, you've been around a nigga who like, bro done talked himself into a corner to where he has to react a certain way, right? It's like being with a bad bitch. Once everybody tell you she a bad bitch and she do this, sometimes she feel like she gotta perform just because that's the reputation she got. That was the energy that I was getting from it. I said, bro's in a tough spot right now. Bro's so committed to this, bro's ready to take a beating over this shit. And
Tough spots are hard.
I'm just like,
It's crazy.
I'm like, just bro, I'm giving you a way out. It's fine. Do whatever you want to do. But if you really want to fight, spit.
I think this
Bro,
is where you're going to get backlash because people are saying, well, when Rockstar called in your response, you told him you down for a fade. So why not keep that same energy with someone who's transgressing on you? I get that most people who do martial arts are not trying to fight in the streets for real.
Right,
Unless they just on some maniac bully shit. If you know anyone who trains for real, when you're training, they teach you to walk away. Like, that's the last resort. Like, there's tons of videos online. Most notably, there was the Hispanic dude and the black dude at the baseball game was barking on him, going crazy. And dude just sitting there, calm as hell, smiling. They showed it after it went viral. This dude's a knockout artist. He's like a professional boxer.
Yeah.
He like 24-0 face of aggression. And he's like a professional boxer.
Yeah.
He like 24-0, 23 knockouts. He would have destroyed dude. But in the moment, he laughed in the face of aggression and walked away. And you see that time and time again
'Cause
with people who are sure of themselves. Like, I know for a fact, I will destroy this kid or destroy this dude. So that's what I took from it
Because
when I seen the video.
When the dude, listen, okay. If you are standing in front of a jiu-jitsu black belt, here's one thing you're not going to do. You're not going to stand within 5 feet or 3 feet of that dude standing straight up doing this. Nigga,
That's what you not gonna do, because that nigga's gonna fuck you up. You better posture, nigga, and hide behind that shoulder and get cracking how you gotta get cracking. You feel me?
because what we're doing is trying to get you on the ground anyway. Nigga, you're going to get double leg to the ground, and once you hit the ground, you're done. So you're looking at people like, I'm just looking at what he's doing, and I'm just like, this guy has no idea the type of pressure I'm bringing if I actually wanted to fight this dude. So on that one, you're just kind of like, is that going to be worth my time? Probably not. But on top of that, the biggest issue was anybody I challenged to a fade, period, around no jumper, I never said, come up to no jumper and I'm going to beat you up. I never said that. I said, nigga, I got a gym. We can do it, whatever, there or wherever you want to meet at. But we're going to keep this space professional. This is where we do our shit. We work here. I'm not fighting nobody up inside the building at no jumper. I told any nigga, hit me up. Tell me where you want to meet. We can meet there. I've always said that. Even with Rockstar, he wasn't even coming with energy like he wanted to fight. He was, same thing. It's sad to see so many black men, they're not fighters, but their ego, they're being validated by, they seek validation online so much that they're literally ready to.
Not fighters, but niggas seek so much online validation. Boy, does that not sound like the nigga Deuce M's who made video after video about me, but when I ask you for a fade, you want to make long paragraphs and not get a fade. Management, check your DMs on Instagram.
Put their lives on the line to impress a bunch of people who.
Almighty Suspect knew exactly. Almighty Sis. This nigga said Almighty Sis knew exactly what to do if he really wanted to fight. That's a fact. But Almighty didn't really want to fight because when it came down to fighting, Almighty said, yo, you know what we do to niggas that train. Then he started insinuating blit play. And that's corny. That's whack. How you gonna call out a practitioner to a fade and do all that rah rah rah, and then when they give you what you're looking for, you jump to, oh yeah, well you know we do the niggas who train, da da da. Like, come on, bro, that's corny. Stand on your scandal.
As soon as Adam fire you, they're not gonna be talking about you anymore. Bye, nigga, you're out of here. Look at the way people been watching this dude for years just turned on him. It was like they wanted to hate the nigga. It's just like damn near nothing I did. It don't matter what he did. He could have probably beat me up. They would have still been like, if he would have beat me up, it doesn't matter. You know that dude ain't about that life. This nigga's so unprofessional. It would have just switched
How do I take what as a trained fighter? Ike Turner hands?
to that. They want to see you fail, bro. So I just look at it like, bro, is suffering some miserable life.
There was a study done.
Hey, Brandon is smart, bro. Brandon is smart. His outlook on life is incredible and it's phenomenal. And he makes me want to do better with myself. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna still crash out on inactive chucks in this video. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna still hit y'all with a trap shicey. But after this, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna still crash out tonight though. But tomorrow, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better.
And this kind of fit that scenario.
He didn't have the same energy after the pod was over. Sus stayed inside and didn't say anything after the fight because that nigga thought about that shit. Nigga, who don't get it? This is what I say as a nigga that trained. I don't want to get into it with this nigga. Now, if me and Brandon ever had to back and forth, what would be my plan of attack? Number one, you gonna catch these hands fast and at a distance, big dog. We gonna length fight. I'm long and I'm linky. You gonna have to catch me, big dog. What I'm not finna do is allow you to grab me and utilize your BJJ. We gonna stand and we gonna bang, nigga. You gonna catch these switch kicks. You gonna catch these question mark kicks. You gonna catch these leg kicks. You gonna catch these knee checks. All that stuff. You gonna catch these elbows. You gonna catch these spear elbows. All that kind of stuff. I'ma jab you down. And I'ma stay on the outside. And I'ma hide behind the shoulder. And I'ma stay on the outside. And I'm going to boop, bop, bing, bop, boop. I'm gonna throw it. I'm in and I'm out of there. And I'm counter fighting you the whole time. Hella quarter steps. Hella pivots. Hella footwork. I'm not finna wrestle this nigga. Hell no. I'm not finna get into no kind of... I'm not finna let it become a fade. Nigga. You feel me? Daniel Markel. If you've been training since you was a kid, do I sound like a nigga that trains based off strategy if I was fighting a nigga? I'm 6'3", 167. That nigga's like 6 feet, 6'2", 280. Nigga, catch me if you can, big boy. Yeah, right, nigga. I'm counter fighting, I'm dancing, nigga. You gonna catch kicks to the legs, and I'm gonna break your body down. I'm not even tripping. If I got an open face shot, that's cool, my nigga. But I'm rib shot, liver shot, leg kicks. We gonna chop that tree down, my nigga. Chop it down.
Where the average male overestimates his fighting skills by like 4,000%. So in their head, they're Mike Tyson, Bruce Lee, but their actual skill level is below a novice. So I find that to be crazy because the Reddit went nuts to the point where Adam went and did a reaction vid. Like, I didn't know this guy was a black belt. And they showing all your old footage, slamming niggas around and shit like that.
Yeah, me and Adam got a private lesson coming up in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah, because Adam gonna need it the way they on his ass out here. He ready for sure. But just really think about that when you in the streets, barking on people and picking, like, bro, you better know your shit because there's people out here that look like nothing. That's why I always tell people, go to these gyms. You be driving, you see MMA, you see Muay Thai. Stop at one. These niggas look like computer programmers.
Man,
you'd
be surprised at the niggas that will fuck you up in these gyms, bro. You would be surprised at what the nigga that will beat your ass looks like in that jiu-jitsu gym. This nigga will fuck you up.
Ass. The nigga that you think is whooping ass, who got the look, the rah-rah, 9 times out of 10, they ain't whooping no ass.
Little Asians.
Oh, gee.
No, Dennis Bowles. Here's the thing. It's not that he didn't want to fight. He's a black belt jiu-jitsu professor. He's an actual teacher and an actual instructor. First and foremost, Google how many actual Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belts there are in North America versus the entire world. It's not that many. So it's not that he turned down Almighty's fade. He said, if you so turned up like that, let's set this up, let's get in the ring, and let's handle the situation in a place where, number one, neither one of us will go to jail, number one, and number two, outside of the workplace where we getting this chili. No, where we getting this money at. So let's go ahead and get cracking. You feel me? Let's go ahead and get cracking. But let's get cracking in an arena. That makes sense for it to get cracking at. We don't have to be outside or in a parking lot or no nothing like that, fighting like animals. You know what I'm saying? We can take it to the gym and get it done how it's supposed to get done. And that's really, as a grown man, it has nothing to do with combat sports. That's really how you should handle the situation. None of us should be outside fighting in the streets like animals. You feel me? Like, none of us should really be, outside fighting in the streets like animals. We should all be way more mature than that. You feel me? As far as us being grown men, we should all actually think better than that. Now, whether we do or whether we don't is irrelevant. And I'm guilty of not thinking better than that as well myself. You feel me? I've done some ignorant things as a grown man that I shouldn't do, that I wouldn't go back and do again, thinking about it in hindsight, especially after watching how maturely Brandon handled this situation. But no, so he's not saying no. And then he also, included the fact that after the situation was over and everybody had to go outside, Sus wasn't really that big on the outside action. So, I get it. But, when you say things like, so not turning down a fade, but not wanting to jeopardize for it, I didn't see a fade get turned down. I actually seen a fade get attempted to get set up. But this is what I'll also say too. From my experiences, niggas don't want to get in that ring. Niggas love to talk about street fights because somebody's going to break it up. You feel me? Niggas know that somebody's going to stop that shit. It's only going to go so far. It's only going to go so far. Niggas don't want to get in that ring where nobody can jump in to save you. Niggas don't want to see their homies get in that ring where they can't jump in to save them. You feel me? It's all fun and games until a nigga really got to get in that motherfucker.
Jesus Christ.
Slammed your ass.
Bro,
like,
these
whoa.
niggas in there, leg feel like a baseball bat. Nigga, kick your shit. I'm telling
Well, I
you.
want to say, though, because kind of get back to it, you a Pan-African,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You checked old boy by saying the hard ER, which you were right on. At the end of the day, fam, if you would have still checked them, bro, you still checking for your belief.
But I wasn't really.
But let's check me out, though, Brandon. You support pro-black and all that. So at the end of the day, he did do some form of racism. You get
Now,
what
I
I'm
will
saying?
say this. Almighty Suspect is extremely pro-black, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend on my platform like Almighty not for his people. Almighty is super pro-black. He's super for his people. He is probably the most pro-black for his people person to ever work on the No Jumper platform, so let's never take that from Almighty. He's for sure proud to be a black man, and he's for sure for the betterment of black men. Now, does he always show it in the best way? No, but we're not going to pretend like Almighty Suspect ain't for his people, because he really is.
Like, let's just be real. Who said hard ER?
Hey,
You press
why?
him, bro.
Because he a half and half?
My nigga, you got to pick a side. I'm on
nigga's
my
crazy.
That nigga's not even mixed. He's black.
Kumar shit, homie.
He said it's the white blood stirring up in his body.
When I saw it,
Daniel, no, I've never had to register because I used to go to jail a lot. So, yeah, go to jail a lot. I kind of skipped that whole step.
hey, bro, when I saw it, it came out so natural. I'm all like, oh, this ain't this first time seeing it.
No, but
So I'll say this too. I think that him using a hard ER, number one, if you watch the whole video in context, it made sense because he was describing a story. And another time where he used a hard ER, I think he was more so just slurring his speech because he was a little faded. I don't think Almighty Suspect is going around just hard ERing people. I'm not even gonna lie. One time that I watched, if you would have watched the whole video, the one that's on the Reddit and that's going around the internet, if you would have watched the whole thing in context, it did make sense. And the other one, I would say that it just sounded like he was faded and he was just slurring his speech.
He slipped up. Did y'all see it? He slipped up. He said
no, he
it
did.
like,
He did say it. I saw the footage. He
says it
actually said
regularly.
He said it regular.
Gap tooth, I'll give you that.
Bro,
It
that's
was like bro said it many times.
But that's why you said it was the white blood stirring up in his body, like coming out type shit.
And
That
I
shit
wasn't,
funny as hell.
and to be fair, I wasn't trying to check the nigga. I was actually laughing. Like, did you just? Because it surprised me. But when you deal with light skinned people, we've all heard a light skinned person say the hard ER before. Like,
I've never heard.
No, I never heard
No,
that.
bro.
Yeah, I don't know where you getting with that one. I ain't heard that shit.
some
Person said, I got
light-skinned
light-skinned
people who've
homies.
been raised by white people, they will let that hard ER slip out, bro.
I done heard like Dominicans say it. I done heard like Colombians who are black, or no, excuse me, Cubans who are black, but they don't identify as black. I done heard them say it. I done heard other races say it. I never heard nobody black saying it in a conversation normally the way we say nigga.
I've
Like,
never
that's
heard
a
a
new
black
one.
man
Man,
say the hard
man.
ER and slip up in conversation.
I've had Africans walk up on me in Africa, nigga, you nigga.
No, they say nigga. Yeah.
Again.
But damn.
But that ain't the hard ER.
Yeah.
But hold on, that sound more racist than the ER to me. When they get my nigga,
man.
like hold on, cuz.
They don't
you
even
a
say
nigga,
my
man.
nigga.
You a
You
cat.
don't even say my nigga. They'll just, because niggas' language, they're nigga.
Like you gotta put a little twang on that, cuz. I'm not taking that one.
I
That's out.
said, I'm like, should I mix this nigga? Like, he just really calling me a nigga.
Yeah, I don't think
But-
even if you black, you shouldn't be using a hard ER. That's just
Exactly.
wild to me. I think the most wildest insult to me was a nigga telling you sucking up too much air. Basically, you
Oh,
popping
yeah,
it too
yeah.
much. He told the nigga, yeah, you tired and you sucking up all that air.
No, I
popping
told
it.
him that.
No, I know.
No, but
that's
he
what I'm
said
saying.
you are too.
I said, damn, I might gotta start using that when
Hey,
nigga over
some
here
of the
sucking up all
jokes
the
was
air.
cracking though. They said the nigga cholesterol was high. The nigga looked like he 50. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, okay.
Hey, but no, you still held your own, bro. You held it like you supposed to. I just kind of wish you would have just.
Y'all wanna see-
And this the
I-
cold
y'all wanna
part.
see violence?
Everybody,
Nah, bro, you represent us though, cause they kept saying you're an associate of the viral.
niggas
way, you know?
tagging us, we're viral
Yeah,
way.
homie, like-
Niggas in the comments, viral way finna pull up.
They
I'm
was trying to act like we was trying to come up.
But
there.
here's-
I'm
but-
like, nigga, we didn't even know what was going on yet.
But here's the thing. I understood the assignment. I went up there because the nigga was speaking crazy on Viral Way. FLAKKO was like, hey, you need to go up there, represent Viral Way, and make sure that, like, because this nigga talking crazy, hater world. I went up there because, you know, they act like they didn't even want to do the topic.
But even this and this what niggas need to understand. We could have spoke for ourselves.
Yes.
We didn't need Brandon to go up there and talk for us about a situation that had to do with us. That's
Right.
what I didn't get about that.
And that was crazy in itself because Brandon wasn't in the video,
Right.
didn't have nothing to do with the video. So if you wanted to have dialect and convo on that and what happened, why wouldn't you go to the source? That
But,
don't
I,
make no
but
sense.
I think they were kind of trying to make it like it's a neutral thing. Like, he's saying this person saying this. And then I think maybe he was going to bring y'all one at
Nah,
together or
but that's
something.
why I feel like it was a narrative trying to maybe be created. That's what
Yeah,
I'm like, is this
yeah.
even for real right now?
Exactly.
Because once we got that call, I'm like, oh, they trying to run a play on us without us even knowing.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is like this. I feel like I should get an award because not only did I create an incredibly viral clip on No Jumper, I also addressed the hater world shit. Like every box was checked. Every box was checked, and
Now everybody keeps talking about this hater world shit. Can somebody send me a clip because I'm out the loop?
we also got the added luxury of exposing that almighty suspect does not keep the same.
Yeah, well, no. Yeah, Jala sent Brandon for sure to get at Almighty Suspect because Jala secretly hates Almighty Suspect and Jala never lets go of anything. And you guys remember when Jala and Almighty were first on No Jumper, Jala was trying to get Suspect fired and whoopty bam, blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. So Jala has been, every chance he get, pow, pow, powing at Almighty Suspect for sure. He set this all up. For sure. For sure.
Interview with everybody so he can stop. We freed you. You don't have to be acting like that no more. Now, bro has a chance to pivot. He's already been shamed by the whole internet.
Did you see his response?
He made a response.
Yeah,
on video.
they talked about it today. So he went on to say he don't care about the black belt shit and all that like everybody's saying because he used this phrase in the gangbang world, that's not even allowed anyway. It's only from the shoulders. You can't kick.
See, here go the thing, too. Niggas be trying to tell you, first and foremost, my big homies ain't going for none of that. Play with one of them niggas if you want to. You might catch an eye gouge. Them niggas might grab and twist you, itch you, at you. You know what I'm saying? These niggas might try to grab your face and rip your jaw out. These niggas, man, what? These niggas is throwing kicks and all kind of, boy, hold on. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hold on. Never mind. That's too personal, my business. Y'all don't even need to know. Yeah, okay. All that in the gangbang world, you're not allowed. Nigga, it's a fight, nigga. Don't tell me what I'm not allowed to do. Nigga, you gonna catch what I'm throwing. That's that. You gonna catch what I'm throwing, nigga. It's not my fault you can't kick. It's not my fault you can't grapple. Nigga, I could box, what, nigga? But here go the thing. You can't jump, but y'all can pack me out. But I could be whooping on you and your homie can sock me in the back of my head and be like, we not jumping you. We've all seen that kind of stuff. Niggas is fighting one nigga and you see the other nigga, so you kind of whatever, and he ain't jumping you yet, but it's a premeditated jumping, but y'all can pack niggas out. Or y'all can make one nigga fight 5 niggas back to back. You feel me? I had to count my backs, make sure it was enough off the back. But we can't, nigga, what? Nigga, shut the fuck up and catch this motherfucking rear naked choke, nigga. What? Oh, we only allowed to blah, blah, blah. Nigga, shut your dumb ass up and catch this motherfucking roundhouse, nigga. Catch this teep kick. Nigga, catch this spear knee. Nigga, what? What we can't do. Make the mistake of trying to scoop me if you want to, my nigga. I'll put your ass in an anaconda. I swear to God. If you know anything about jiu-jitsu or MMA and all that, I got you right now, bro. If you know jiu-jitsu or anything like that, nigga, I start standing. And I'm savage with this shit. Nigga, I catch your ass standing. Nigga, lock that motherfucker in. Standing. throw the alligator roll, end up on the ground, lock that motherfucking anaconda in, and twist my ass like a motherfucking... Nigga, what, nigga? Stop playing with me. You catch that shit. It's not my fault you don't know how to defend the choke, nigga. What you think I got all these tools in my belt for? Why you think I got my kids doing this shit since they could walk? Nigga, the baby is 5. He been boxing and jiu-jitsu for 3 years now. What? So a nigga to tell them what they can't do? Yeah, okay. Nigga, my kids will choke your ass. Nigga, we not playing with this shit. Nigga, it's a fight. That we not jumping you shit is real. Man, come on, bro. Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Domestic terrorists around this motherfucker. And it stretched over to that. We ain't gonna say where, but that shit stretched, nigga. Nigga, terror. Terror. Nigga, catch it how you gonna catch it. Niggas can jump you, but you can't kick a nigga in the face. Get up out of here.
You can't grab, you can't do this, you can't do that. So he still felt like he had a shot because if you do kicking, grabbing, or anything, basically niggas gonna jump you or niggas gonna get the popping on you.
Yeah. But he also said, but he also said it was no rules, so that kind of contradicts everything that's being said. If you say it's no rules in fighting, then I can kick and do whatever.
And he said he's not a gangbanger. So to use the gangbang world as an example, basically, you nullified your own point.
It seems like he jumping back and forth with fits his motive.
So it's like, are you gang or are you pimping?
My
like,
thing is he was trying to call him out in the street fight. Last time I checked, ain't no rules in street fighting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not homies. It's not no brotherly fade. It ain't no friendly fade. Y'all not slap boxing. Y'all not going body. Homie, he called you out for a fade. So whatever happens, happens.
And to get it correct, that's only between homies.
If you're
only between homies, nigga. Come on now.
Outsider, there is no rule. If I dunk you on your neck,
like, bro, that's
anything I do is legal. It's in. It's just between homies because we just got some type of aggression. Hey, let's just get it off our chest. Yeah. But I'm not trying to hurt you.
You gonna stall him out. If he drop him, you gotta let him get back up.
But an enemy, nigga,
you
what?
stopping him?
Nigga, you out your damn mind.
Bro, listen. All I know from the fights I saw, county jail, in the streets, niggas throw 3-4 punches and then start wrestling. That's what I've seen in real fights. Not a friendly fade, not a, hey, you know you got some fades in the back, where two niggas is like, we going at it because we got animosity.
And niggas start hugging. And you don't want this nigga to use his training as a jiu-jitsu professor. You crazy.
Niggas throw some punches, next you know, nigga getting slammed, nigga getting whatever. We all know 90% of fights hit the ground at some point. Mm-hmm. So if you speak that, you're speaking against statistical facts, right? So the whole thing with this guy is this. Have y'all seen the video of this man fighting Lush?
Yeah, I saw it. I thought that was a play. It looked fake to me.
I mean, if it looked fake, that's fine.
If it was real, that's crazy. But
even if you fake, you gonna bring some realness to it because you want to make it look real. So that shit that was happening, I'm like, bro, like the fact that people are like, this guy's gonna beat you from the shoulders. You just gotta give me some body of evidence to show me that, because before I ever knew jiu-jitsu, I was still knocking niggas out. We was still getting into fades in Long Beach and all over. And I ain't lose to nobody. So you're going to have to give me some type of, you know.
You was undefeated on the streets before you took.
I mean, I wasn't just fighting.
You just say you ain't lost to nobody.
I can honestly say that. I can honestly say that.
You ain't never lost a fade?
Nigga, I ain't lost to nobody.
In your life?
No.
You never lost a fade in your life?
No, to who?
I ain't saying I
A nigga would have been said, I whooped that nigga ass.
This the only thing. You had niggas vouching for you in the comments. So it was like the people who knew you, they didn't even take you not fighting them serious. They actually was like, you did him a favor. Yeah. They really didn't want to see it. Because they was like, bro, like, I know this nigga.
These
like,
niggas knew me before I ever started jiu-jitsu. Right. Like, since we was young coming up. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I didn't know jiu-jitsu, and niggas was still getting these hands, and it wasn't no long, drawn-out situation. But
this nigga got retarded strength, cut like Mark Henry or something. He got
Mark Henry, he was already called that in my chat.
Retarded strength.
He's still like, man, no, he ain't got strength like that. He couldn't do the push-up challenge.
Nah, he can't do no push-ups.
Nigga, I got like 40 in, though.
But that's the thing, though. Most people who could lift a house, they can't do no calisthenics.
Yeah, it's endurance. It's endurance. And then you heavy.
But he did a lot, though, because the average niggas ain't doing 50.
I was damn near at 50. I was damn near at 50.
Yeah, you see the boy back on Fed Cut was spooked to do the push-ups.
We knew Cut wasn't going to
Told Cut do 50 straight.
Listen, when you fight, 80% of that shit is confidence. The fact that nigga get down there and try some push-ups, that tell me a nigga gonna go a little harder than a nigga who won't even do it. Mm-hmm. A nigga sitting up saying, I'll fight a nigga and showing up sober with clarity of mind and thought, that's gonna go, I'm gonna be in that nigga favor.
Hey, that's real. The nigga who at least get down there and try to do the push-ups show me a lot more of the nigga who just say, no, I'm not gonna do it.
More than a nigga who's slurring his speech, smoking back-to-back blunts, all that stuff. So if you just read the room, it's like, this nigga's inebriated, like a drunk nigga trying to argue. Even just on the strength of you being inebriated, we know that you're not about to go out there bringing nothing that hard. Like, even if you try, nigga, you in there back-to-back smoking blunts, you gonna be out of breath before anybody, and I'm fat.
Hey, but look, let's switch topics a little bit though, right?
Okay.
I don't want to just be acting like we gassing on Almighty. They just want to hear from the people's
We finally
champ
addressed
right now. You feel me? From the man himself. He went from Square from Delaware to the people's champ.
He wanted to fade without lifting a finger.
Without lifting a finger, that's crazy. That's
man.
red rose, white ceiling all day.
Listen, man, the verbal judo, dude, and that's where I want us to get. Like, you know, I always said, we got to be able to disagree without always taking it to fighting. Bro had an opportunity to just be like, nigga, you crazy as fuck. And even the white boy Josh was like, bro, you could have simply just said no, and it would have been over. That's where we got to get to as a group. We got to get to the point where we're not immediately retreating into our emotions about every little thing. And I not only did I expose he was doing that, I showed him how not to do that. See,
Bars.
I was like
bars.
a sensei.
Hey, so everybody by now
Hey, low-key, Brandon did handle that situation like a sensei. He really did.
knows what's going on with us in Hater World. And I ain't gonna say a large portion of the Hispanic community, but the Hispanic podcasters. I seen everybody.
All right, man, we up out to the next one. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. Be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow, but today be at your best. Red dots to the left. Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We go.